Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are unboxing something designed specifically for the BMW navigation mount. This is called the Aoocci, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, Aoocci BM series integrated smart hub. This is supposed to be a plug and play smart power solution for BMW navigation, obviously. I like it because it's supposed to be a very clean integration, smart charging, and supposed to look premium as well. Let's open it up and see what we actually get. Before we start with the actual unboxing, I want to give a shout out to the Aoocci packaging team. I think they shipped it out in a neatly wrapped foil box, and the box actually came in undamaged. There was no dents, so thank you for that. First impressions, the packaging is clean and professional. You can see that Aoocci has tried to make it look as premium as possible. Here you can see the different models that they provide, the BM6, the BM7, the different size systems with tire pressure monitoring system or without. So I've taken the BM6 without the TPMS because my GSA already comes with a built-in TPMS. In the back you can see that they've listed all the social media and WhatsApp numbers and the support numbers here. On the side of the box you can see what are the features provided with this particular model: plug and play, 800 nit auto dimming, built-in GPS, which usually you don't find on some of the cheaper GPS CarPlay systems. Of course, if you opted for the real-time TPMS, you'll get that, and of course then now it's also IP67 and waterproof. First impressions, like I said, it looks pretty good. So let's get into the box and see what they provide. Not to forget, they actually support CarPlay and Android Auto as well. All right, let's see what's inside. This, we're gonna leave that aside. Box. Nothing around the box. Go. It's a little bit tight, so they packed it well. So here we go. We have the smart hub unit itself. We have the two cameras. We have the wiring harness and the connection to the smart hub for the cameras. We have a screwdriver, I suppose. It was nice of Aoocci to actually include a 64 GB SD card for us. This is nice. And we have the user manual. I think it should be pretty straightforward, simple manual. But it's good to have some graphical interface and to show us what exactly we have to do. Some information about mounting the cameras and how to use the Wonder Wheel integration as well. What I like is the fact that these are individually packed, so it's always clear for us to know that each accessory is linked to which items. Sometimes when you get some of the shipments, they are all jumbled together and you don't know what goes where. So this is clearly marked and separately packed. So I like it when manufacturers do that. Here you can see all the items received with this package. You have the smart hub, the connection to the smart hub for the cameras. See this? This is the front facing camera. This is the back facing camera. Obviously the cable is a little bit longer. You can see as you can reach, it has to reach to the back of the bike. The 64 GB SD card, and of course here the smart hub again. These two are the mountings related to each of the cameras. We'll have to see how we mount it on the bike, maybe a little bit differently, but obviously they've given us all the things needed to have this mounted and working on the motorcycle. And of course the manual that we will use to try and put together all of this correctly and to see how the smart hub functions. Starting with the smart hub, it's a plastic finish. Not sure if you can hear it. It's as all things these days, it's I suppose it's high quality plastic, as this is rated as IP67 waterproof and dust proof. They claim that you can go up to minus 20 degrees Celsius up to 60 degrees Celsius. So I don't think my bike is going to ever see those kind of ranges, but let's see how it works. But that's the claim from Aoocci. Obviously this is designed for the BMW mount, so the mount here you can see that goes directly onto the BMW mount. The build itself, like I said, it's a plasticky, but it's a decent weight, feels heavy. I suppose it's well protected with all the items inside. You can see the ports here. This is for the cam integration here. This is for the SD card, and this is for a Type-C USB hub. I have not opened this yet. When I actually mount the card, I'll try to get some videos to probably link to this video or maybe another video that I will do during the installation of this onto the bike itself. Overall, looks pretty sturdy. Let's see how it works over a couple of months, and then I'll give you guys an update of how it actually functions and works. Coming to the cameras, both, I'm just going to focus on one camera because essentially they are both the same cameras. One is with a longer cable for the rear camera, obviously. These are dual 180p 30 fps cameras with a 140-degree field of view, supposedly with night vision, so we'll have to see how well that performs. And obviously they have loop recording if you need to use this in a dash cam mode, which I think I will most likely use. And then you have the app video playback on the smart hub if you need to review the videos. The build quality, the camera itself feels pretty strong, pretty heavy. First impression, looks sturdy, and I think it should do the job well. Let's see how it performs after a few months. So this is the Aoocci smart hub. I'm going to try and install the SD cards and show you the USB port as well. You will see on the bottom of this system right here, you see there's a card slot, there's a Type-C indication, and the cam integration. Like I mentioned before, this is for the cables, the cam cables to be installed on the bike when you integrate the dash cams. This is the cable, this is the connector that you can see that will go in here. So what we're going to do now is open the screws here to see how it goes. One thing I don't really like about this is the fact that the card is in here, and if I need to take the card out, I might have to open the screws each and every time to use the card reader, for instance. Okay, let's remove the screws. Off you go. There you can see the card reader position with the USB-C. I suppose to make the review of the functionality of this system, I would probably plug in a USB here, USB-C, of course the dash cam connection. So installation of the card is pretty simple. Facing up. Push it in until you hear the click. It's done. Now taking out could be a little bit difficult, so you might want to use something like a forceps for the future to pick it up, to pull it out, because of the gap. My big fingers don't fit in here, so just take note of this. So just an example to show you how to pull the card out again. I use this simple forceps, as you can see. So push it in, you hear a click and it pops out, and using your chopstick skills you should be able to pull it out and use it. Now put it back in. Simple, facing up, so the card's like that, this way up. Push it in until you hear a click and it sits in properly. There you go. Putting back this again. Okay, so that's done. So we've got our card in. I tried to use the USB to power it up, but apparently it doesn't work with just the USB. I suppose it has to draw the power from the BMW system. So in order to test it out, I would mount it on the bike, and you guys will get the video later. This is the BMW mount, as you guys can see. What I really like about this is the fact that there's no wiring required. Everything is ready and we just have to mount it directly onto the bike. There you go, it's done. So that was a simple 5-minute job to mount it in place, and it's locked in like how you would have a BMW navigator mounted onto the system. Good job. I'm now going to start the bike. Let's see how it starts up. I have not set up anything on this GPS yet, it's just been mounted. I have not connected the dash cams either, so that will be the next step of this video. You see the startup screen. pretty bright. Looks like a good startup. Pretty bright. It's a really bright day out, but the screen is pretty nice and visible. There's no glare. I still have not removed the film, so let's do that right now. There you go. So it looks like. So we have the options for CarPlay, Android Audio, and Wi-Fi video. I need to figure out what that is. We have the brightness adjustment. It's in auto brightness setting right now. You have the different screens. So you can actually see the front pressure, rear pressure, range, engine temperature. It even has a lean angle application, air temperature, and even battery voltage. It's a nice touch as well. Go back home. Let's go back to the screen. There are different screens, the way you want to view the information. It's pretty good. Tire pressure, front, rear, whether you want it in bar or PSI. Look. Go back to the main screen. The settings. So recording time, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes for your dash cam loop. Audio, I think you can record, but there is no speaker on this system. Assistive button. I have no idea what this button is. I'll have to look at the manual and give you an update. You have a screensaver, whatever that is for. Auto brightness settings, tire pressure. Tire pressure, you can set an alarm if you want with the low pressure alarm, and time setting. This is to set the date and time for your current settings. First impressions, the screen itself looks pretty good. Once I hook up the cameras and start it up and link it to my CarPlay, let's see what are the functions we can look at and how well it interacts with the phone system. You can see the Wonder Wheel integrates into the system. You can see the TFT right here, and if you want to switch the Wonder Wheel navigation to the Smart Hub, all you have to do is to press the top of the menu button, long press, and then it switches to BMW navigation right here. With the Wonder Wheel, you can change your screens. If you want to move from the menus, all you have to do is move your Wonder Wheel. You can see this moving. If you want to select brightness, for instance, you just have to press this button here, the signal button, and you make the selection. You can switch screens, look at the options. And if you want to switch from this navigation back to the BMW TFT, because now it shows as NAV, you can see it, all you have to do is press the menu button. You can see you switch back to the TFT and you can control your BMW screen again. All in all, I think the Wonder Wheel integration is pretty good because you can link both together and you don't have to take your hands off the bike to really manage whatever information that you want to switch and back and forth. Obviously, once the dash cam is installed and I connect my CarPlay, I'll show you the functionality of using the Wonder Wheel with those different apps and software while we are riding. What you've just finished viewing is basically a quick look at the Aoocci Smart Hub for the BMW. I will be posting follow-up videos on how I install the dash cams, both the front and the rear, and obviously after that how the CarPlay system works, how does it work on the rides, what are my impressions. So as I use it for more of my rides, obviously you will continue to get those updates. I will give you further impressions of the performance of this particular smart hub. Thank you for watching.